I'm back again with my very unpopular opinion. Go and live with your man for at least 3 months, at most 6 months before marriage, especially if you know that you're dating for marriage and the marriage is getting close. Go and live with that man. Of course, this advice is not for everyone, especially if your religious background is quite strict or you come from a very strict and conservative home. Please, it's not for everyone. But if you know that you do not ever want to get divorced. You do not want to be met with surprises, especially bad surprises in marriages, in your marriage especially. Go and live with that man if you can. Because I always say that forever is such a long time to be miserable. Do not enter into a marriage that you have no idea what you're doing. Because during the dating phase, it's usually like a very controlled experience that people, or a controlled version of themselves that they show you. So go and live with that man. I'm going to give a couple of reasons why. Also inciting into my own personal experience of living with my partner and working towards marriage now. So let's get into it. If you're new to this channel, welcome. But if you're old, then you already know what's up. You know that I live with my partner. We've been living together for 2 years now. My experience is quite different because when I moved in with my partner, or when we moved in together, because we actually got this place together, I wasn't thinking about marriage. And I didn't think he was thinking about marriage too until recently when he started introducing me to his family members. And during one of our conversations, I asked him, did you have marriage at the back of your mind from the start for this? He said if he didn't have marriage at the back of his mind, he wouldn't have suggested that we move in together. So that's good and fair, and I appreciate that. It's even though I wasn't thinking marriage, and me, I was just doing it for just doing sake. Like I'm happy the decisions worked for me. Like we're not hurting anybody. Like it just worked. So me, I was just living basically. I'm a very flexible person. I don't put unnecessary rules and regulations around myself, especially at the age that I am. I don't live like that at all. So it was still a good thing to hear that he meant well for me even from the beginning. It's always a good thing. So that aside, I'm going to be giving you some of the instances and the struggles that we had while I'm giving you the reasons, or I'm telling you reasons why you need to move in with that partner before marriage. Reason number one, true habits reveal themselves. Because during our dating era, anybody can put on the marks of a perfect partner, a perfect something. We don't really see people completely. Not everyone that you get to know. Yeah, there are a few exceptions of people who will show you who they are from the start, even as you're dating, even though you're not living together, you can see this person for themselves. There won't really be much surprises. But there are certain people that you will not really see their true self, especially in that true form of seeing people, like experiencing them from morning till night. There's no there's no reason for them to go away and come or give you space. So everybody is showing themselves. So you're seeing if the person is a neat person, if he's a messy person, like daily routines will review things like that, how they wake up, their work ethics, their sleep routines. You might think it's not anything, but there are some people who those things can really get on their nerves, and you find yourselves in marriage discovering these new things that you feel like, I don't think I want to deal with this for the rest of my life, especially if your partner is not a teachable person. You get there are some people who will come into your life with certain habits, and while you're together, you get to teach them, you learn your ways, and people just adjust and you grow and mirror each other, and then you become one. You start thinking alike. There are some people who are teachable, and that's great. If you meet someone like that, like it's beautiful, the experience is even more better. You get, but if you meet someone who is not teachable and your habits are now clashing, it can get on someone's nerves. Oh, it can get on someone's nerves. You find yourself or your home becoming like an unbearable place. You're not enjoying yourself, especially if two different habits are now clashing with each other. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like habits reveal themselves eventually in marriage. That I feel like if you guys had lived together, maybe you will be having those surprises. Because, like I said, forever is such a long time to not risk or just commit 2 to 3, no, 3 to 6 months to each other, getting to really see each other in your true forms without the pretense and the marks or anything like that, my dogs. Then, if you live together, you also get to discover each other's conflict styles. Because the thing is, there'll always be disagreements about different things, about bills, about home fronts, about just how you share your utility bills. There will always be fights in relationships. There will always be fights, but people have different ways of dealing with their fights. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like for me and my partner, the communicator. I want to communicate. I want to talk about it. He is the silent type. He is the one that will give the silent treatment for a day, 2 days, 3 days, and it kills me every time. Like it's very annoying. But eventually, as we're getting to, know each other, just gravitate each other's, getting to understand each other. Like, okay, this is where like we are getting to understand and see how we can deal with each other like conflict styles and come to understand and also know where to give space and know where to allow someone deal with their emotions and stuff like that. So if you live with each other, you get to see the side of yourselves as well, like each other's what am I saying? You get what I'm saying? You know whether this person fights fair or you both fight fair, or this person just wants to shut down, or this person just wants to escalate issues unnecessarily. You basically just get to find out each other's conflict style, which is very important. You have no idea the way someone fights can either break or make a relationship. Oluwa, I tell you, because we get on each other's nerves sometimes, and I know how we fought to get to where we are, and just get to like know how to manage each other. So it's a good thing that we didn't have that marriage thing around us, because I always tell you guys in my last video that if I had gotten married in my 20s, I probably would have been divorced. But my mind, my emotions, my mental state, everything is more mature. This is for me, my personal experience. And I'm beginning to come to understand that people are different. People things do not always go my way. So I try to like learn his ways, especially him as my master, because he's a man in the relationship. I have to give him that respect. So everything is not about me. So that's what I try to teach him as well, because I like to talk about these things. He's the one that we just withdraw and shut down. So we're trying to, meet ourselves halfway like that. So like I said, I'm talking so much on this point. Conflict style is a very important thing to get to know before you enter into a permanent arrangement with somebody. Permanent arrangement like marriage. I know people don't take it seriously, but marriage is not something you should be playing with. A lot of things are happening in marriages to just give marriage a very bad PR. But if we get to do this thing and see how it works for us, I think everybody will be fine at the end of the day. Maybe marriage can get back to what we think it used to be or what it's supposed to be. Another very important thing to note is that our emotional intimacy style also gets tested. Like we see each other stressed, we see each other just waking up, we see each other tired. Because if you don't test people in their states like that, where they get to show themselves, when you're angry, sometimes you cannot really control what you say. But when you're dating, people tend to control. They can just pack their bags and go to their house. They can just leave you, maybe control themselves for the weekend or the time they are with you, go back and get their minds straight. But when you live together, when you're cold, you're hot, if people are feeling it together. So you get to see your emotional intimacy style, because everybody become different when they are pushed to a certain limit, you get. So that's another thing to note. It's also closely related to the conflict style thing and all of that. But our emotional style, when our emotions are at its peak, There's how we can get that we have no idea. Like that, you come back from work, you come back, you're tired, you're stressed, your head is not correct, and sometimes you just want to be by yourself. But in this case, if you're with someone, you have to find a way to know how to deal with those high emotions because you now have another person to consider in this case. So it's very important that you people get to know yourselves in this light before you make that marriage commitment. My final and also very important point is financial responsibility balance. The man makes the money, the woman keeps the home. But sometimes we have to understand that keeping the home involves a lot of things, and there have to be a discussion on how to share, like, chores or duties around the house. And if you've been at home, also chipping in to help as well, because it's not just all about bringing the money. Men think that, oh, you bring the money and that's all you have to do. Sometimes, if that's all you have to offer, that's where they say women use men for money. Like, that shouldn't be all, basically. All I'm trying to say is that there needs to be a discussion, especially in this time and era, especially in this modern time where things are changing. If the wife can chip in with some financial contribution in the home, the husband should also be able to chip in with other duties around the house and keeping the home tidy. Let's not try to draw like a very obvious line where these things, oh, this is your own, this is my own. We should be able to mix up things as well. My family or these Idoma people say that, my aunt, she's always saying this thing, and they say, men are not supposed to do dishes. They're like, is it womanhood that they used to do the dishes? Is with hands as well. So if there's an understanding of where we can draw these lines and where we can help each other, discussions and all of that, because if you marry some African men, you will understand that some of them just think that because they provide the financial or they carry the financial responsibility of the home, they are not supposed to help with any other thing. All I'm saying is that you need to get to understand the man or the partner you want to marry when it comes to how to share these responsibilities to each other. It will go a long way. I'm telling you from experience. You think it's just, it's nothing. Hmm. Imagine doing one of these things for a very long time, forever, as you people say, as you declare on the altar. It's not easy if there's no help chipping in from the other person as well, so that we can, you as a partner in a relationship, you can just lay your back sometimes on investor, be like, oh, wifey, let me just help you with this. Husband, let me just help with this. I have this savings, I have this job, I have, like, we begin to share these responsibilities together, and just know that it's not about bringing 50-50. Is everybody bringing 100-100? Like, bring your 100, I bring my 100. Yesterday I was making a video and I said something about putting all your cards on the table, and that's what I'm talking about. If you don't understand and have these discussions clearly, and not just having discussions, because people can always say, like, if you ask me if I'm a good person or a bad person, I'm going to say I'm a good person. But put me in a position to show you if I'm a good person or not. That's when you can really tell if someone is a good person. I don't know if that makes any sense. All I'm saying is that just get to have this close intimacy experience with your partner before you get to that point of marriage. Marriage is a serious business. It's a divine commitment. It's a divine institution. Let's stop making a jest of these things and getting divorced every minute, wasting people's time, wasting court papers, wasting photographers. I remember one of my friends got married 3 months later, got divorced. All the pictures she posted on Facebook, she had to go and start clearing them off. So please, let's not put ourselves in that position to be called a divorcee per se. But if you can, please get to know the person you want to marry before you get into that holy, sacred union called marriage. with these few points of mine, I hope I'm able to convince but not confuse you that please get to know your partner well. And if you can know them without living together with them, good and fine. I'm happy for you. But all I'm saying is that from my experience in living with my partner before we're headed towards the point always okay. I think he wants to make it fine. I don't know what it means, whatever it is. Like I just know that whichever direction we go, I know that I am happy. So I just wanted to just use my experience to just share to you that it is important to at least share like a close space with your partner for a reasonable amount of time before you get married to them. I hope this video is not longer than usual, but that's just what I wanted to say. And I hope you have a lovely life and a lovely day. And I think that's it. That's it. That's it. Bye.